You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, this is interesting. As we know, the Arizona Cardinals, well, two things are going on that's high profile with the Cardinals. Number one, Mike LaFleur is their new head coach, the brother of Matt LaFleur, the Packers coach. So there's not a new regime there. Mossy Ossenford is still the general manager, which I always find a little strange when you don't clean house. I was really critical when the Bears didn't clean house before they hired Ben Johnson. So far, that's working out. Okay. I mean, that's interesting. The Patriots, they kept Elliott Wolf with Mike Vrabel. So far, that's working out. Maybe that's how this is going to be. The Eagles have had Howie Roseman forever. But we got a situation where it looks like the Cardinals, most people anticipate they're going to move on from Kyler Murray. Okay. Once again, we talk about this a lot on the channel. Another short-ass quarterback that don't work out. For all you people that want to take a chance on some short quarterback, remember this: when Trinidad Chambliss is on the clock next year, and you already saw it this year, people were talking about moving him ahead of Ty Simpson and making him the second quarterback taken in the draft. Not literally the second pick, but the second quarterback. And I'm like, yeah, but he's 5'10". Hasn't anybody learned their lessons by now? You know, I mean, two outliers worked out. Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. That's where it begins and ends. And now teams are wanting to get out of this. Cautionary tale for the Panthers. Do not give Bryce Young $200, $300 million. Don't do that. So, Mike LaFleur will not commit to Kyler Murray. He will not do it. He's had his chances to do it. They won't do it. I mean, Kyler Murray looks like a goner. By the way, the Browns have popped up in rumors connected to Kyler Murray. We'll get to that in a second. Guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Once again, somebody yesterday said I have been unsubscribed to this channel 3 times. What is going on? We don't know what's going on. Resubscribe. Trust me, channels don't want to lose their subscribers, and people are having to resubscribe to channels all across YouTube. I don't know if it's it's obviously some automated bot problem. All right, that's flagging something and unsubscribing people. Cardinals head coach Mike LaFleur wasn't ready to talk about the team's plans for Kyler Murray at his introductory press conference earlier this month. And he didn't have much more to say about the quarterback at his press conference on Wednesday. The assumption has long been that the Cardinals and Murray will be parting ways before the 2026 season. Murray only played in 5 games last season before going on injured reserve with a foot injury, which made him unlikely to return even before the change from Jonathan Gannon to LaFleur to reset the direction of the franchise. The manner in which a split would happen remains a question mark because of Murray's already been guaranteed $36.8 million for 2026. Quote, just like everything else on the roster, open conversations in this building, LaFleur said via the team's website. No time frame on that. No time frame and very non-committal. A solution ahead of the start of the league year would be the best case for all involved, and there's more specific milestones in place, even with LaFleur didn't reference on Wednesday. Okay, so and let me just bring this up so you got a frame of reference. Kyler is 38-48 as a starter. The one thing I will give him credit for is he is accurate. 67% completion percentage. He's an accurate quarterback. All right? The one thing I would criticize, turns the ball over too much. 121 touchdowns and 60 picks in today's NFL? I mean, 2-1, okay, it's serviceable. But in today's NFL, where the rules skew to protect the offense, you really ought to be more like 3-1 as a true franchise upper echelon kind of quarterback. All right. The other thing you noticed, he was in the running to win the comeback player of the year twice. It's because, look at this, 11 games, 14 games, 11 games, 8 games, 5 games. Once again, because of his size, Duke can't stay healthy. He cannot stay healthy. I mean, that is a ton of games. Just 2023, 2025 alone. I mean, dude missed a boat ton of games. 12 last year, 8. I mean, he missed 20 games in 2 of the last 3 seasons. By the way, there is a ton of Jets fire around Kyler Murray. A ton. That they would just move off of Justin Fields. It's going to be interesting when he looks a little better with a different team, by the way. I don't know what happened to him last year after how good he looked with the Steelers. Hell, the Steelers almost kept him, folks, as the starter instead of Aaron Rodgers. Anyway, the Arizona Cardinals will trade Kyler Murray, blah, blah, blah. All right? There's plenty of teams desperate enough to make a run at Murray, with one of those potentially being the Cleveland Browns. The Browns spent the majority of last season searching for answers while the fan base believes in Shedeur Sanders. Okay, hold on. Browns fan base is at war over Shedeur. Let's not get confused. There's a section that believes he deserves a shot. There's a section that's ready to move off of every sumbitch in that room. Every guy. The same can be said of Dylan Gabriel. And, of course, Deshaun Watson still under contract. So, what would a Browns trade look like for Murray? You know what? I'm not even going into that. You would probably, I would assume, have to give up at least a second-round pick. Would the Cardinals take Deshaun Watson in a swap for Kyler Murray? They've both missed time. They've both been injury-prone. They both at times have flashed elite talent. But Deshaun's a little bit more of a pure pocket passer, even though he can or used to be athletic. That's an interesting, would they literally just swap? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the Cardinals be like, you know what, we're not getting rid of a problem child and adding another one. What would it mean for Watson? I don't know. Let me just come right out and say it. The Browns ain't doing this. Let me shut this shit down. The Browns aren't doing this. The Browns can't afford to do it. All right? I mean, it'd be hard enough to try to get Malik Willis on the roster, and I don't think they can do that. I mean, they could kick the can on Watson again, far as salary goes, and see if they could free some space up. Yeah, the cap would go up, yada, yada, yada. But Kyler Murray, I mean, look, he doesn't have the character issues on a creepy level like Deshaun Watson, but he got character issues. I mean, 2 things. Number 1, do you really want to play NFL quarterback or in the NFL? Some thinks he still wants to go play baseball. So how committed are you? The other thing tied to commitment is, how's that video game crack habit you got going on? How's that working out for you? I'm just being honest. A lot of people believe there are commitment issues with Kyler Murray and how he uses his time. Look, the Cardinals did not put that video game clause in that contract for no reason. And the fact that social media got so bent over that Go bleep your. If I was the Cardinals, I would have taken a hard stance and said, I'd have said, we're not removing that. We're not. Y'all can get mad. You can throw fits, whatever you want to do. That's how weak these organizations have got. Is they've let social media take over their football clubs. But Rhodes, it's just video games. If you're the safety or the running back, I don't give a shit. If you're the quarterback, I want you literally snorting football up your nose. I mean, I literally want you ingesting nothing but football, basically, unless it's the off season. And even then, yeah, I want you to have epic level commitment that Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, insane laser focus. Laser focus. That's why I like Fernando Mendoza. People know he's a football nerd. That's the dude I want as quarterback. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.